Hey, have you ever had trouble in Unity trying to access objects that are positioned under objects in your game scene by clicking on them like this? Well, let's take a look on how we can solve this problem. Let's start by addressing the issue. With Unity's built-in OnClick methods, when you click on an object that's on top of another, the click event only registers for the top object, making it difficult to interact with the object under. To illustrate this problem, let's take a look at a simple script using Unity's built-in onMouseDown function. Here we have a cherry object, and when we click on it, it moves with our mouse. But when we introduce another object, like this circle here, clicking on it does nothing because it's covered by the cherry. As you can see, we are unable to interact with the circle because the cherry is blocking our clicks. So, how do we solve this? The answer lies in raycasting. Instead of relying on Unity's default click events, we can use raycasting to detect objects regardless of their positions in the hierarchy. So, let's create a new script. We can call it dragCherry. This script will work exactly like Unity's built-in methods, but uses custom raycasting instead to detect clicks on the cherry object and move it accordingly. We declare a boolean flag isDragging and a reference to the main camera. We initialize the main camera variable in the start method. This onPointer Raycasts method performs a raycast to detect if the object is being clicked on. It uses physics2d.raycast to cast a ray into the scene. If the object is hit, isDragging is set to true. The update method handles input for starting and ending dragging. If isDragging is true, it updates the object's position based on the mouse position. And once again, this is just to illustrate that we can access the object. With this script, we're able to click and drag the cherry, just as with Unity's built-in method. Then we can create a new variant of the class that we can call dragCircle, which will employ a similar approach of using raycasting to detect clicks on the circle object, but the key difference with this class is that it allows us to access the circle even if there's another object in front of it. We start by declaring the necessary variables, including a boolean flag isDragging to track if the object is being dragged, a reference to the main camera, and an array of raycast_hit2d to store hit information. The difference with this new onPointer Raycast method is that it's responsible for performing a raycast to detect if the object is being clicked on, but it will only search for one type of object and go through the others. It uses physics2d.raycast on alloc to cast a ray into the scene and retrieve hit information. If the object is being hit, isDragging is set to true. Then it's very important that you create a new layer for the game object you want to access, and then you have to assign it in the inspector like this. And there you have it. By utilizing raycasting, we've addressed the common issue of interacting with objects that are on top of each other in Unity. With these custom scripts, you can now access objects positioned under other objects by clicking on them. All of the classes in the video can be found in the comment section down below. I hope you found the video helpful. See you next time.